Hello everyone. Today I'm going to cover the font system of Coca application. Font system is one of the many things I admire so much about the Apple engineers on their effort over the years in polishing the fonts being displayed in various platforms. They also released their own designed font, San Francisco, back then when they released Apple Watch, and now San Francisco is available on both iOS and OSX applications as well. To start with, I'm going to create a text field to hold the font that I'm using and do it all programmatically. So in the view declare method of the view controller, I'm going to first define the font attribute here with the NSFont class. I'm going to use the class method, say system font of size. If I'm going to pass 0, it will display the font as the default size. Or nowadays we could use another class method, which is the NSFont.systemFontSize. It is actually the same. And then I'm going to define a text field using NSTextField class with the theme that I want to show the text field, and I will set it to some random values with maybe 100, height maybe 25, things like that. And then I can set the font of the text field using textfield.font. So in case I'm not using system font here, I can create other fonts using the NSFont initializer, and in that case the font will be applied to the text field here. I go on to set other properties of text field. Say this is not for edit, so I set editable to false. And then I am going to set the alignment equal to center. It should be dot center from the NSText alignment enum. And then lastly, I want to set the value through .string value here, and that's equal to OSX Dev daily. One more thing to do, of course, we need to add text field to our current view through view.addSubview text field. Now I'm going to run the application. The content is displayed as what I want and show in the current window with the current view. If I'm going to change the size of the font, say change it to a bigger one, simply modify the parameter of this class function. But now I have a problem. The font is so big and my current text field doesn't have enough space to display. Perhaps I could get some font information in order to set the text field theme accordingly. So let's print out some of the available attribute of the font object. Start with something related to height. There is a cap height and an X height. Cap height will be the bigger height of the font. I can use it as a reference to set the height part. However, it doesn't have a width related value. In general, we need to process it using Layout Manager. to calculate the width, but we are not covering that today. So perhaps I just set the width to much larger, and the height I could possibly make use of the cap height plus margin to it. So say I'm going to use the ceiling function of the font.cap height and plus a value of 10. It is not enough. Perhaps I could increase the value. But at least the current frame height is depending on the font size. So if I change to a smaller size, and the height of the text field looks smaller. Besides setting the boring text value without any format, we can actually add format to it. The way to do that is by using the so-called attribute string. Let's start with defining attribute string with the NS mutable attribute string class, and we'll provide a string value to it. The string value here is actually a Swift class of a string, and it has a similar corresponding class in Objective-C called NSString. And this NS mutable attribute string is actually an extension of the NSString, which provides more capabilities in setting the format of the string value here. So what we can do is add some attribute to it. Say I could set the font attribute value. Perhaps I could set it to a different font. Say the bold system font. With changing to a point. Range here is mentioning in which part of the string I'm going to apply this particular attribute. Say in this case, I want to apply to the first 3 characters here. Then I would need the NSRange class with the initializer of the range, which is the first character would be 0, to the third character would be 0, 1, 2, 2, like this. So I can continue to set different attributes to it. For example, I could set some color to it. If you forget the attribute available, like what I am currently doing, you can click into here and see a list of different attributes. Say right now, I'm going to set the foreground color. Then this is the foreground color attribute name. And I would like to set it to say red color. I could actually apply the attribute to the same range, like this. So for the same range, it has a bold system font and also the red color. Lastly, I'm going to apply the attribute string to the text field using attributed string value property. And now run the application. Notice that when I apply the attribute string, it will actually take over the setting of the string value with some other format like alignment. It is not centered anymore. I will need to set it up accordingly in the attribute string. Back to the attribute string. Besides, I can apply the range, same range for different attributes. I could actually apply the range in different orders. So I don't need to set the format for the first 3 characters before setting the attribute for the last characters. For instance, I could say add another attribute with, let's say something like underline. I can use this one, underline style. The value 1 would be the width of the underline, and then the range would be for the last word. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 12. And run the application. Underline still works. So this is a simple setting of playing around with the font system. Notice that I create a text field altogether programmatically, and there will be some layout issue, say it is not centered in the view. Previously, I could do it using auto layout. I could actually do it programmatically to set up the auto layout as well, but it's just a bit too much code. But you get the idea. I can actually create all the elements programmatically. That's it for today. See you soon.